Okay. Okay, so the LOI training is basically for LOI, our business partners who are on LOI, as well as people who are going through the qualifying track in order to become promoted as the brand rep. Okay, so hang on. Okay, so basically in this, so, sorry, can I just do the mute? Yeah. Okay, thanks. Okay, so for basically for LOI, right, it's the start of your business journey. Okay, so there's a lot of things to learn. Basically, it's about, and also, I mean, the learning can be about, business, can be about mindset, can be about habits, can be about a lot of things. And at the same time, we're also learning about products, learning about, how to share the business opportunity in terms of health, business opportunity in terms of, compensation plan and all that. So there's basically a lot to be done during this LOI period. And usually I would recommend that although there's a lot to be learned, it's best that we do it very quickly, condense the training, and we condense our learning also. So we have a very steep learning curve, but at the end of the day, right, the ones that benefit is ourselves. Okay. So I'm going to go straight into the LI module 2 training. Okay. And I'm going to talk about TR90. So I'm sure all of you are a little bit wondering, today is LI training, right? So why are we talking about TR90? Because I want to share more a little bit about the business opportunity behind TR90. Because TR90, as all of you, is our sponsoring pack. So if you can, you could mute your mic for now. Okay, so that I get a bit distracted. I'm not as good as the other speakers. Okay, so TR90 is our sponsoring pack. So when we say it's a sponsoring pack, it's basically our duplication pack. So for LOI, for many of our LOI business partners, okay, their first introduction into the new skin business is through TR90. And TR90 is a 3-month weight management. You can call it anything. You can call it a weight management program. You can call it a get fit program. You can call it a lose fat program. Or you can even say get healthy. Or any name can actually fit for TR90 because it's a wonderful 3-month program which really transforms an individual a lot. Okay, we see a lot of people's health transform, seeing a lot of body shapes transform, seeing a lot of confidence transform because, when somebody loses weight and keeps it off, you basically feel so good about yourself. Okay, so that's why I'm going to share a little bit about TR90 as a business sponsoring pack. And I hope that the next few minutes will help to convince we may have some new friends here who are interested about the new skin business. So I hope the next few minutes will help to change your or convince you about the TR90 business opportunity so that you have more confidence to embark on this business with us. Okay. Okay, so did you know that the average Singaporean today, this is according to a study which was released sometime in 2015. Okay, so the average Singaporean is heavier compared to, of course, a few years back and more likely to overeat. Is this someone that you know? Could it be your friend or maybe even yourself? Okay, and then even children here are putting on weight. So unsurprisingly, the biggest weight gain starts when people begin work. So I'm sure this is not something surprising to everyone here. Okay, maybe you are also going through this. Okay, and but you can see from these simple few statements that there is a huge market for TR90, and it's not just in Singapore. Okay, because this phenomenon is happening anywhere, and I mean currently our obesity stands at about 7-8% of the population for people aged between 18 to 69, but the average percentage is a lot higher in America. I think it's about more than 15%. So you can see that this market is huge. And from a business perspective, It's definitely something that anyone who wishes to embark on, okay, there's a big opportunity behind. At the same time, right, if you're looking for something to do that you can feel a sense of achievement, that you've helped somebody, this is also a business that you can embark on. Because when you transform a person, whether it is in terms of their appearance, losing the fats, gaining back confidence, becoming healthier, you know, there's a lot of intangible benefits from there. So it's a very fulfilling business at the same time. Okay. I start work with body weight 52. Wow, so Sadia promoted from 52 kg to 77 kg in 8 years. Okay, hopefully the salary also go up so much. Okay, so yeah, this is what happens to a lot of people because once they start to work, and especially over the last since last year, right, when we have circuit breaker in Singapore, a lot of people stay home and the activity level dropped a lot. So a lot of people gain weight. So some people which I haven't seen for a few months, and I caught, you know, and I caught sight of them recently, I noticed that they gain weight also. So anyway, this is a phenomenon that's here to stay, and TR90 is also here to stay because it's part of us. Okay. Okay, so a little bit more about the study that came about. So the team actually tracked people. These are Singaporeans, okay, 60,000 of these people from 1990 and followed them through from childhood until they started to work. So they found out that Singaporeans are on average 3 kg heavier today than they were 15 years ago. Okay, the median body BMI is actually 23.15. It's outside the healthy range. So if you remember, right, we always share with our prospects or people that we are sharing with them about TR90. You know, if they go on the Carada and the measurement goes to be 22.9 above, basically they need to take care already and need to do something to lower it to below. Because, you know, our body is in such a way that the moment your BMI keeps going up, your metabolism will start to go down because there's a lot of things going on in your body. So it puts you in a state to gain more weight. So you have to do something fast and early so that you can bring it to below 22.9, which is the, yeah, anything between 18 to 22.9 is actually the healthy range, okay? So HPB also found that Singaporeans did exercise more, but because Singaporeans love to eat so much that it outweighs any benefit to their health. So I'm sure you hear about people who say that I don't need TR90 because I can exercise. I don't know, do you, I don't know, do you hear of people who say that? I'm sure yes lah, okay. All I can say to you is maybe when you are younger, you know, you maybe say for instance in your 20s, you know, if you did very vigorous exercise, you find that you aerobic exercise, you find that you can burn more, but you find that most people cannot sustain this exercise. Means that, you know, they can do very intensive exercise for a period of time and then they will lose the weight. But then you find that after a while, they will go back to their normal lifestyle and then they start to gain a lot. So this yo-yo phenomenon also is not good because this puts your body in a situation where it will gain more and more fats. Okay, so you can see that the vicious or this plus, that means you try to work out that means what people mostly do when they want to lose weight without TR90 is they will go dieting, right? They will control their diet a lot, so they'll eat very little. And my question is, how long can you eat very little? Now Chinese New Year is here, right? So I think not just we are celebrating, the whole of Singapore is celebrating because there's so many nice food around, and then there's all these baking stuff, the apple tarts, the kueh bangkit, love letter, everything is just going around, and everybody is just happily enjoying all these yummy food. So how long can you control diet? So that's not a long-term solution. Okay. So the other thing people like to do is they like to exercise intensively. But okay, you can exercise intensively, you can burn, but if most people cannot sustain exercise momentum. So after a while, they will go back because their work is busy, they have stress, they can't exercise as much and so on. And when they're stressed, they eat more. So all these things is not in their favor. So a lot of times people will find that they will start to gain weight again. So that's where TR90 comes in, because if you understand your body, right, every decade as you age, you're going to lose muscle, and you're losing 10% of your muscle. And that's something that happens naturally in humans. Okay, so you can see that even if you're going to do a lot of exercise and all that, but you're genetically losing muscle as you age. So if that's going to happen, you know that even if you exercise a lot, you find that you won't be able to lose the extra fats already. And this is what I hear from a lot of people who are in their 40s, because they'll say that, oh, even though I exercise the same as I did in my 30s, I'm not losing already, stagnant. The body is turning stagnant. But these people always share with me, once they go on TR90, right, they find that their body starts to burn again, because we have shifted the genes to the burning mode. So everything is going smoothly for them. So TR90 definitely has a big market, okay, in terms of helping people to gain back their health, you know, helping people to, and we are also an educational and empowerment program, because we teach people to eat right, so that we can still enjoy good food. It doesn't mean that you're on TR90, you can't enjoy your pineapple tarts or etc. But it's always about portion control. Okay, so it's very important. So if you have all these tools with you and you make the right decisions all the time, right, it's very possible that you can stay in your ideal weight and BMI for your whole life. Okay, this is something that I feel, see, I've been on TR90, I went on TR90, and TR90 is not just for people who are overweight. TR90 can be for people who want to gain muscles as well, because the program not just focuses on fats, it also focuses on muscle. So I went on a program in 2013 when TR90 was just launched. And the program, when I went on it, to be honest, I didn't lose much. Okay, I think at most I lost 1 kg. I was about 50 kg, so I lost 1 kg. I became 49. Okay, so it's not nothing to shout about. But the good thing about the program is since then, I've been able to maintain my weight, so around 48, 49 kg. And I think that's quite a feat, because a lot of people in my age group, every day is about gaining, and every year they find that the clothes are tighter and so on. So I think that TR90 is definitely got a lot of intelligence in it. It's also got a lot of, how should I say, that means it's something that is a program that a lot of people need, and a lot of people may even want, you know, may find that they even need it for longer periods of time, not just 3 months. I always like to say that even after you've lost weight, right, and you've become fitter, but sometimes over the next months and years, you know, you could end up eating more and getting less active, and you will gain some weight back. So that's when you find that you can always go on TR90 again to restart your body and gain back your health again. It's very safe in that sense also. Okay, and also in the first quarter of 2014, okay, so people actually tried to increase their physical activity, but all these do not seem to have a major impact on losing the fats. Okay. Okay, so I also want to share a little bit regarding this daily calorie intake. Okay, because if you understand the calorie intake, you will know that we are actually on a very how to say it? That means this is a war that is very hard to fight. In terms of if you understand calories, you understand that when you try to lose weight, it's a very difficult to fight war. Reason is because we easily burst our calories any day if you do not control. Okay, so in 1998, the amount of calories a person consumed a day on average, okay, and a third of them were eating more than the recommended amount, was 2,000. And coming back, you know, moving on to 2010, the calorie intake increased to 2,600 daily. Maybe this, if you're not sensitive to calorie intake, right, you may not see 2,000. What does that mean? You know, it's like, and you don't really see that in terms of your meals. So maybe I can share with you. Say, for instance, you're a lady, okay, let's say you're a woman who is maybe on average height, maybe 1.6 meters, okay, and maybe you're on your 50 plus kg. your lifestyle is not say very high activity. So normal like maybe you walk to you do some walking to MRT station, and then you're doing more of office, you know, or sitting down work at the computer and all these things, right? Do you know actually how much calories you need for this lady? You want to make a guess, or those who know, of course you know lah. Those who are not sure, maybe you want to make a guess, like a normal daily calorie intake for somebody like that. Nobody want to guess. 1,002, okay. Really says 1,002. It says 1,008. 1,008. So mine was 1.6 kg, right? Sorry, 1.6 meters, about 50 plus kg. Azahar said 1,006. Okay. Actually, the range, right, if you don't want to gain weight, right, is about 1,005 to 1,006. So you can see that this calorie is very easy to bust because, for instance, if you're taking, just give you an example, if you go to, okay, let's not talk about Chinese New Year goodies. Let's talk about normal day to day. Say, for instance, you go and drink a cup of Starbucks, you know, all those mocha or whatever, right? It's easily 300 kilocalories. So it's a lot. Okay, and then you don't just stop at one drink, right? Maybe you have a sandwich. So the sandwich, if it's got some, you know, mayo or whatever, cheese and all that. Even Subway is not low calories, because if you're talking about a normal Subway with, you know, the cheese and all that, easily 500 to 600 kilocalories. So if you've taken a sandwich, which is about 600 over calories from Subway, and then you've taken a cup of mocha, 300 over, that's 900 plus. So if you are supposed to get by with 1,006, you only have 700 to go. So 700, maybe you have a plate of fried rice and that's finished. So you don't talk about having in between any other food. Anything that is extra, you will start to accumulate in your body as fats already. So you can see that if we are going to have long-term weight management, we also need to be very conscious about what we intake into our body. So we can have unhealthy food, but we also need to take very care of the portions, okay, so that you do not overtake your calories. So at any one time you overtake your calories, this calorie is going to be accumulated in your body and converted to fats. And if you think about it, if you want to burn 1 kg of fats, right, you need to take out 8,000 kilocalories. 8,000 kilocalories is a lot to burn, because let's say you swim 1 hour, you only burn about maybe 300 kilocalories only. So if you want to do 8,000, I don't know how many rounds you have to swim. If you swim that many rounds, you're going to feel very hungry and you're going to eat a lot also. Okay, I run 6,000, but only 600. Yeah. So you can see that it's a zero-sum game. So you need to be really very conscious. And that's why more and more people are finding themselves having a difficult time to lose their fats and gaining health. So as a TR90 ambassador, we have a role to go and share with people how to eat right, how to have proper portion control, how to select the right foods. And at the same time also, it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice on good food and all that. So therefore, you can see that this program has a very big potential, not just in terms of business, okay, for people to earn their income from TR90. Okay, at the same time, it's also a lot of personal fulfillment in terms of teaching people how to eat right, teaching people how to become healthy. So in that sense, I hope that it helps to convince you that this is a business that you can actually embark on, because TR90 is, and TR90 is not just for now, because I can assure you that more and more people will become overweight and obese in the next years to come, next decades to come, this for sure. Because if you look at how people love food, right? So you know that TR90 is here to stay also, okay? Okay, so very quickly, right? You see, in slightly over 20 years, the percentage of obese people in Singapore has risen by 70%. Okay, so if you look at it, right, the stats show quite a lot that I won't go into the stats in detail here because I went quite a little bit on actually the potential behind TR90 already. But I just want to say that, just by losing 5 to 10% of your body weight, you find that, people with conditions like diabetes or cardiovascular, that means heart problems like high blood pressure, hypertension, all these, their health can actually improve a lot. Okay, just by losing 5 to 10% of their body weight. So even for TR90, when you help somebody, you don't think of it like, oh, only lose maybe 1 month. If the person is slow, if the person has lost maybe 2 kg or 3 kg like that, you don't think of it in that sense, because we are focusing on the percentage fat, and at the same time also we're getting the body to finally start to burn, which a lot of people, right, even that's why sometimes you hear people with very slow metabolism, they'll tell you that even if they drink water, they also put on weight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Farid, I'll send it over to you. So you can hear people saying that, because their body is basically not burning anymore. So when they're on the program, the program actually resets the genes so that the body starts to burn. So there's so much potential behind this program that I think that there's no reason not to get in with TR90, both to take it for yourself, for healthy weight control, and also for your family members, as well as to share out to friends and make this into your career. Okay. Okay, that's why we are actually the #1 weight management well-being brand in Singapore for the past 3 consecutive years. So all the more for everyone to partner with TR90, okay, as a business. Okay, so now I'm going to go into part 2 of the LOI module training, which is basically we're going to talk about what are the 7 daily habits to ensure success. Okay, to ensure success for your business, for new business builders, young business builders. Okay. Okay, the first one is to use all products. Okay, the first habit is very simple. New Skin has so many products. So the reason why I recommend that you use all products is not because we want you to spend a lot of money. It's because if you use the products and you experience them, it's easier for you to share with people. Our business is also a sharing business. So normally you won't share about something that you haven't tried before. Am I right? You should have more feelings when you're sharing with someone that, some food that you tried before, a movie that you watched before, music that you've heard before, something that you've experienced, then you have more feeling. So that's why it's very important for you to use all products. And if you use all products from New Skin, you will understand why so many people love New Skin products. Why are there so many loyal New Skin users? Because our products are really good, okay? And when you use all products, right, you will end up creating your own favorites. So very quickly, sometimes you meet with people and they will say, oh, for instance, people with acne and all that, although we focus on TR90, New Skin also have products for acne. So sometimes you meet with people, you can talk anything under the sky, right? So people will say they have acne, example, and you will know what to recommend to them. And sometimes people may try a product first and they gain confidence in you and also in the product in New Skin. And then it's easier for you to then share something like TR90 also. It's just another way to bring your message across, okay? Okay, so I want to say that you are really your best customer. Okay, sometimes we always say, why don't I have a big customer? Why don't I have a loyal customer, etc.? But you look at yourself first, are you the best customer? So from head to toe, there's really something for everyone. From head, meaning hair. So, so if you walk into your toilet and you see example shampoo, which is not New Skin, switch to New Skin. New Skin shampoo is we have different types of shampoo. We have the Epic range shampoo, which is a more natural type of shampoo. We also have our normal New Skin shampoo, which is really great. In fact, I like to switch between shampoos. So I sometimes use neutral shampoo. I sometimes use Epic shampoo. I sometimes also use the normal New Skin shampoo because sometimes our scalp and our hair change. So, you just, anyway, I love all of them. So I use them. So sometimes when I'm using them, it's very easy for me to share. So from head to toe, so we have hair care products, we have skincare products, we have AP24 for teeth, and we have body care products as well. So if you're showering with a brand that is not New Skin, consider changing to liquid body bar. Liquid body bar is really a fantastic bathing lotion. Not lotion actually, it's just a normal, it's just like you buy shower cream outside. So it's like a liquid, but it's a pH balance, as in pH to your skin, 5.5. At the same time, it's very refreshing. And you find that people who use liquid body bar long term, right, their skin is very healthy. The skin barrier is very intact, very healthy. So they don't have problems like dry, itchy skin, just uncomfortable skin, which happens if you get older because our skin tends to thin when we are older. So as a result, I get all these problems. So that's externally speaking, right? But we have also internal supplements like from Pharmanex and from ageLOC, which is suited for everyone. So you ask yourself, how many New Skin, Pharmanex, and ageLOC products are you now using and taking? You will then be able to understand if let's say sometimes you find that you don't know how to share, or you don't know what to share or that. So sometimes also start with ourselves. So I recommend you to start to use our products. And if you're not sure of what product should I try, or should I try this, I'm thinking of, you can always, ask your mentor, ask your upline, okay? Let's say you have any questions, or you can also type into New Skin's 48 hours, where we have a product specialist to attend to your questions as well. Okay, so that's habit number 1. Okay, so habit number 2 pertains to our business. So the New Skin is a business, even though New Skin has very good products. We are sharing with people the, being healthy and all that. But New Skin behind it is also a business. It is also a career. We have to ensure that our business is viable, our business is in positive, and we can earn a good income from this business. Okay, and New Skin rewards our business partners, okay, very well, in fact, because like I said, New Skin is a company that we do not pay to advertise on TV, in newspapers. We don't even pay influencers to advertise for us, because we are the influencers. We use the products we experience, and we share from our heart. I'm sure that if you make a recommendation, you won't anyhow make a recommendation, right? Because your reputation is at stake. So unless you're somebody who doesn't care about how people perceive you, or you just anyhow make recommendations because you earn someone's money, which I don't think most of us are. Most of us value our reputation. So we will definitely share with people products which we personally feel are good. Okay, I think that's the nature of most people also. So in habit 2, right, because New Skin is also a business, it's an income for all of us, for my career. So in order to make it, to help you to grow your organization, you should set a target to have at least 15 TR90 business presentations monthly. Okay, so what do I mean a business presentation? So let's say you have somebody who start the TR90 program. You may not initially share with them the business presentation, but as you follow them up during the 3 months, okay, you have interactions with them, and you can find some time to actually share with them what is this about. You can do a business presentation to them and invite them to also embark on this TR90 business. Okay, it's that easy, because once they are on the program themselves and they transform, right, they are the walking shop already. They are the walking representation. So it's very easy for people, because a lot of people are looking for ways to lose the fats, and not so tough, if you go and hear, there are all kinds of ways to lose, some people, there's another brand, the H Life company, right? So the H Life company is also another, I would say, popular weight management program outside, but I've seen their program in terms of their products, right? It's not as well thought of as in TR90. So when I analyze the H Life program, I see products thrown inside as diuretics to make you go to pass urine more often. But then I also noticed that in their program, they make you drink a lot of water. And I suspect they make you drink a lot of water because you are eating very little. So if you eat very little, that means your calorie is very low, you'll be hungry, right? So of course, they ask you to drink a lot of water. So when you drink a lot of water, you'll gain weight. So they give you a diuretic to pass out the urine. To me, I think that's not the right way to lose weight. So in TR90, we never do it this way. We focus on losing the fats and gaining the muscles. And we're using the Omron, which is the Karada machine. See, Omron is not a new skin machine, right? So Omron won't make our TR90 look better for us because Omron is Japanese anyway. But when you're on the Omron machine and on TR90, you can really see your stats improve. Your visceral fat go down, percentage fat go down, and the muscles go up. Okay, so be prepared to follow up because more than 80% of people will only make their first purchase or decision after you have had 5 exposures. So how do you, sometimes people ask me, how do I have the chance to have 5 exposures? It doesn't mean that all will need 5, but it's a general. That means some people may need 2, some people may need 3, but it gets better if you're better at communicating the advantage to the person. Means your closing will improve as you get better at communicating with them. Why you should take this, embark this program, etc. And when we ask them to embark the program, right, it's not because we want them to earn of course, they are part of our business network. But at the end, right, when I want the person to embark on TR90, it's for the person's benefit. That means I can see for the person in the next 3 months, right, the clothes, the clothes will be looser, they'll be happier, and they'll be eating more healthy. So all these things are long-term for them. So I can see so much benefits for these people. So I'm not afraid to follow up and close. Okay. Yeah. Own in-house skill, maybe law. Okay, so if you are on the TR90 business, right, you must have the Karada, the Omron Karada. I'm not selling Omron, okay, but we at least need to have one. You don't need to have many lah. Just have one Omron Karada to bring around with you. It's not really very heavy, so I just carry it when I have my appointments. Okay, and then also the TR90. We have our own Global Success TR90 record book. I don't have a sample here, never mind. But you must have that one too, because it makes it very systematic. Because let's say you follow up somebody, you meet somebody, and then you measure the person, and you use, okay, thanks. I stand with you. So this one is our very nice Global Success TR90 record book. Oh yeah, it's designed by Farid. Must thank the designer. He didn't charge us a cent. Okay, so this is a very important TR90 record book because see, it allows you, it makes it very professional. Okay, it makes you look very professional when you're following up. Okay, when you measure someone and you input the stats. And once you input the stats, right, you must be able to explain what those figures mean. So like I say, you must be able to explain what's a normal BMI, but we have the table here for you, so not to be scared. If you're very new and you can't remember, is it 22.9, 23.9, or 21.9? Doesn't matter. Everything is stated here for you, 22.9 below. Okay. So you'll be able to see the BMI, percentage body fat. What does it mean when you have a body fat? Most people I measure have higher body fat than very few people that you measure will have ideal body fat. That's the honest thing. So far, I think majority of the people, more than 80% or more than 90% of people I measure is body fat bastard. So visceral fat is very important as well. You must be able to explain this one. What does it mean if it's high? What does it mean if it's high? And then what does it mean? What's a normal range? What should you aim for? And why is it bad for you if it's high? You have to be able to communicate all this to the prospect that you are sharing TR90 to. Okay, and then also the skeletal muscle. Okay, so then we'll also, normally people will see this resting metabolism, which to me is not a significant data. Reason because if you are heavy, you will have a high BMR because BMR is calculated based on your entire weight. So this is not an important parameter. Okay, and then we also have our skin carotenoid score, which you can measure once a month. Okay, because we want to ensure that it's not just about the percentage fat going down and so on, but your antioxidant score, which is also being able to see how much aging you have internally, indirectly, it's like how much aging you have internally is high. That means the score must be high. If your score is low, that means internal aging is faster. So we don't want any of your organs to have high internal aging. Okay, so basically this is very good. Why? Because not everybody can be closed the first time, right? So you have a date and you have data, and these first copies you give to them. And usually what I like to do is for people I cannot close, right? I'll say that, okay, maybe you want to try, I'll share with them a little bit about TR90 eating plan. I'll say maybe you want to, I mean, you have to do something because your statistics is dangerous, not good. So certain category. So after that, I'll say, okay, then what would you like to do? Maybe you want to start on the diet, that means the TR90 eating plan first. And then maybe a month later, we can arrange for another measurement and we can see. So this is really good because it allows you to track. So a month later, when when you visit him, and you can see, most people, if they just use weight, diet control, some exercise, right, you find that they don't really lose one. Why is weight loss tough? Because they will they will control their diet, be very quiet, exercise, and they'll lose 1 kg, and then they'll eat a little bit more and they'll gain 2 kg. So it's very demoralizing when this happens to people. So after a while, you say, I don't care really lah. Don't just anyway, maybe the spouse also gain weight, so together it doesn't matter. So it's challenging in that respect. So I find this a very useful booklet, and I use this to follow up on people who are like thinking about it and so on. And sometimes people that I didn't manage to close, sometimes I have data which was like 6 months ago or so on. I have the booklet. So I will actually be able to trace and see. So sometimes it's very shocking for them also, because when you measure them, like maybe you couldn't measure them on a monthly basis or whatever, right? So you measure them like maybe after 6 months and all the stats got worse. So it's like a waking call for them to do something about it. So I find it is very useful. Okay. So you must do a lot of measurements, and you must have this current and TR90 record book with you. Okay, they are very important tools in the TR90 business. Okay, habit 3 is pertaining to your group sales volume. So like I said, it is a business. So if you imagine that today you have started a business, whether it is opening a cafe or opening a tuition center, or what else can people do? Okay, I just list, yeah, now Chinese New Year, a lot of people are doing baking. So all these things, you must have customers, right? So in order for us to always keep the momentum, that means if you have a momentum and a habit, to always sign up 2 or more personally sponsored brand affiliates customers on TR90, that means you're sharing. If you find that you're not closing new people on new brand affiliates are your customers on TR90, that means you're not sharing. The only reason why you don't close TR90 is because you didn't share to people, or else you didn't share enough. Okay, this is the only 2 reasons. Because like I say, if you start to follow up, you find that some people say no to you at first, but then if you follow up, you get a yes maybe 3 months later, 4 months later. But then as long as you're in the business, it doesn't matter. I have a friend with I've been in Nu Skin for more than 10 years. So I have a very close friend that who has been gaining weight all these years. And she only started to take like this year. More than 10 years, so she didn't take TR90. So, and she has very good response. I think she's lost nearly 4 plus or 5 kg like that in 2 months already. And she's very motivated. She's now doing, going on treadmill and all these things. And you can really see the transformation in the photos. So, are you still in the business after 1 year, 2 years or so? So that's very important. Okay, so make it a habit to sign 2 or more customers every month on TR90 at least. Okay, so this is how you grow and then when these people are on TR90, right, if they're not your business partners, they're your customers. So if they're your customers, right, after TR90, what happens? So usually during TR90, you can take some opportunity to share about the goodness of our Nu Skin, our other products. So we have so many other products. So you can start to convert them to use our products and become your regular monthly customers. Okay, so that will all contribute to your group sales volume. Okay, so the habit, so those two habits, habits 2 and 3 are actually about your business. They are about action that you can take to grow your business in terms of growing your organization, in terms of growing your group sales volumes. So now we come to habit 4, which is about building your brain, okay, building the mind. So we all have to read, whether it's read 15 minutes of certain mindset books, or building up your knowledge, all these things, or trending news, you have to read because you have to stay in the know. It's like if you're not, if you didn't stay in the know, right, when people talk to you, they may not find you interesting to engage a conversation, and therefore you may not be able to reach out to more people. But I think if you're a new skin, you're somebody who enjoys life. You're somebody who enjoys life. You're somebody who likes to use good products. You're somebody who is you're basically somebody who is very into, that means you're not somebody who is like very passive and not into life and all that. So obviously you're somebody that personal development is important to you. So therefore it's good to have this number 4 habit, which is to build the mind. Okay, so we have some recommended reading lists, which is present in our Get Started booklet. So our Get Started booklet is also a very important tool for our business partners. Okay, so I won't go into that. So you can just select any of these to start reading. Okay, and I can just, I know we're all very busy, sometimes you don't have time to read. So you can just spend 15 minutes, half an hour just to read certain segments throughout the book. Okay, it will help you to enhance the way you see things, how you view certain things, and all that will change. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so habit number 5 is that one was about reading. So now we're talking about listening and videos. So this is very important also because it's about knowledge growing as well as communication skills. I will be very honest with you that initially when I start the business, I'm somebody who is very bad at communication. I take very long to say one point. That means sometimes, you see people who are very talented. That means they can use very short sentence and they can inspire you and you can feel so motivated. I'm not this type of person. It doesn't come in my blood also. But over the years, because I made the effort to listen to how people communicate, how people express certain things, I become better. So I also don't have to spend a lot of time to say one point. Okay, also maybe because now I talk more instead of listen. So therefore I can communicate better. Okay, or whatever. Anyway, so it's very important to also have, don't just watch videos which is on, don't watch only TikTok videos that do like fun one. You can enjoy some TikTok videos for fun, yes. But you also must watch videos that enhance your knowledge, okay, and help you to have better personal development. Okay, so as you all know, Global Success, we have YouTube videos on our business. We have videos that talk about closing tips. We have videos that talk about following up. We have videos that talk about, making the contact list, all these things. Okay, so you can actually go onto our GS YouTube to listen and learn as well. Okay. Okay. So number 6 habit again is about upgrading your internal self. So we have meetings from GS like tonight. We have a New Skin event meetings also. New Skin also have meetings where we invite leaders from different parts of the world, okay, including in Singapore, to share with us their business journey, their mindset, all that. So it's very good to listen in, to learn from them, and to then maybe you can incorporate what they are doing also in your own business, and help yourself also to grow as well. Okay, so stay current and relevant to your own business. Because sometimes if you don't, you find that you don't attend meetings, or you're very distant, you don't know what's happening in, like, you don't even know, like, oh, New Skin, like New Skin now, the current New Skin today, right, is things happen really fast. I think the last maybe decade in New Skin, right, a lot of things were like the same. But suddenly when we cross to like 2020 or even like 2019, or, you know, we have new product, we have revamped products, revamped packaging, so many things are changing in Nu Skin. So imagine if you didn't keep in touch, right? You will be obsolete in your own business, okay? Okay. Okay, so habit 7 is to keep in close contact with your upline and your mentor. Okay, so be a team player and duplicate. Duplicate what? Duplicate the strategy. So we with our team focuses on TR90. That's our core sponsoring package. So if you can also focus the same, you'll find that there's synergy, and when there's synergy, there will be power. Okay, so you need to duplicate strategy, duplicate all these 7 habits that I'm sharing with you, and also duplicate the actions. When, for example, I say that you need to have the karada, you need to scan people, you need to communicate with people, all this. That means when you scan somebody, the karada, don't just scan and give them the white copy. Nah, it's not. You need to explain to them the statistics behind, and then what does it mean in terms to their health. If you can do so, right, you find that people have confidence in you and your closing rate will increase a lot. Okay. Oh yeah, I put this point number, last point which I said, keep in mind no cross-lining. As we have a very open community today, linked through social media, right? So sometimes we will be communicating with sidelines. Sidelines meaning that this person is not your upline, not your downline. So anyone who is not upline, not a downline is your sideline. So sometimes when I say no cross-lining, it means that we should not be discussing things about our business. That means we should not be discussing our downlines, our own organization, our own customers, all these things with sidelines. We should be, if you need to discuss, look for an upline to discuss, because sometimes, like I say, we need to have synergy and power, right? Sometimes if you have too many voices with you, you also can't really focus. So it's good to work with somebody that, and your upline is always number one concern about you and want you to be successful. So your upline will be very serious in whatever response that he or she gives you. So have faith in your upline and keep close in contact with your upline. Okay, so remember, no cross-lining. Cross-lining meaning that you don't share about your organization, about business with sidelines. Those you reserve for your discussion with your upline and your mentor. Okay. Okay, so the next point I'm going to talk about now is about contact lists. When you start the business, so the moment you decide to LOI, right, you have to start to share TR90 with someone. So with who? So is it just random? I thought of this person whom I think needs TR90. I thought of A, I thought of B, this is a very unsystematic way. So we actually have a systematic way for you to track your network, your organization, your prospects. Actually, your prospects are your resource. So you also need to be serious with it. Okay, so it's good to have what we call a prospect and customer name list. Okay, how do you go about it? It's very simple. Okay, I put here legacy versus social media. What is legacy? Legacy means like my time lah. The more than 10 years ago, where we don't have much social media. Actually, more than 10 years ago, we have social media, but it's not so advanced. And people were not using, actually, more than 10 years ago, sometimes people were suspicious about Facebook. They don't even want to get onto Facebook and all these things. So, but now, of course, it's very different. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about the legacy. How did we in the past go about creating our name list in terms of our customer list and our prospect list? Okay, so legacy-wise, right, how we go about is, who do you know? Okay, anyone that you know. So how to systematically put it? It starts off with, definitely it's your family, right? So so you just need to sit down with a whatever, like iPad, tablet, notebook, pen, any way you want it. So you can sit down and list your family members. So you have family members, starting with, if you're single, of course, starting with your parents, your siblings, okay, and then maybe then from there you can have your uncles, aunties, your cousins, and all that. So your relation. Okay, so systematically plot down your contacts from your family. Okay, And then the next group of prospects, customer will come from your friends who you know. So your friends can be people that you know through your work. So could be your colleagues. So colleagues present and past. So for instance, some of you are full-time, congratulations. Some of you are part-time, you still have colleagues. So you may want to have a list to, even if you're full-time now, you have old colleagues, past colleagues. So you can actually put it down. Okay, we're not saying talk to them first. We're just saying put down your resource so that you can see it and you can plan something for these people. Okay, then another source of prospects and customers are your neighbors, people that you live nearby. So sometimes we live, most of us live with neighbors, okay, but we don't bother to engage because we don't see the need to engage. So this could also be an opportunity for you to make new friends with your neighbors, okay? And maybe some groups that you belong to, a community that you belong to, whether it's your different religious faiths, okay, or maybe you like to bake, so you belong to a baking group. Maybe you like to skateboard. I see a lot of people skateboarding today, so you have a skateboarding group. So you know where are your interests, your groups you belong to. So there will be a group of network for you here. Okay, and then also another big source is your friends of friends. So that means sometimes you have a best friend. Your best friend don't just have you one friend, right? Your best friend will have other friends also. So how do you tap into the friends of your friends? Okay, as what Farid says, who is your tribe? And of course, importantly, we must always be able to make new friends. So for me, last time I don't have friends, right? I always tell people, like my uni days, I only got 3 people I hang out with. That's it. So but it doesn't mean that if you have 3 friends also, you can't do the business, because it's how are you ready for change? So if you want to do a business, you can't be doing it with the old you, right? You have to change. So if you want to change, you will know how to make new friends. Making new friends is not difficult. It all starts with being concerned about others, being caring to others, and having a smile. That's it. Okay, and of course being sincere. So once you have all these in proper groups and chartered, right, you'll see that you actually have a lot of network to start to share TR90 with. Okay, so and from this group of people, sometimes I don't differentiate like, oh, this is a business prospect, this is a customer prospect. So basically we're sharing TR90, right? So once you have the Karada with you and you scan these people, you'll know who needs, who doesn't. And I can tell you majority needs based on statistics, because we fed so many people bus, percentage fed so many people bus. And even if they are okay, they will find that their clothes have tightened. So there's always an opportunity for them to embark on TR90. So TR90 is very amazing in that respect, okay? Okay, so once you have this, your name list and your contact list is up, and you can start to get in touch with them already, okay, to share the TR90 with. Okay, for social media, I won't talk in this training because it's very short. I only have 1 hour. Okay, so refer to our Dr. Taufik did a very good GS FB training. Okay, where he talked about also creating your list, your friend list and all that. So I'll refer you to our training. This training is also available on record, so you can get the link from your upline. Okay, and then you can watch this to see how you can create the name list from social media. Okay. Okay, so invitation. Nowadays, it's not like last time where we have to call somebody. Calling somebody is so scary. You call, you ring, ring, ring. You hope the person pick up. You also hope the person don't pick up. Then you don't need to say anything. But now no need. Now, to me now, because we are focusing on TR90, which is so lifestyle, you don't even have to think like, oh, I'm calling this person out for TR90. No need, because you just live your life as normally. Most of us are not hermits, right? We don't just live in a cave. So we'll meet up with our friends. We will have even now with social distancing in place and all that, you will still reach out. What? You can't be just always alone. As long as you have proper social distancing, you wear a mask and all that, you must still be connected. Okay, so do what you do, whether it is going out to have coffee with a friend or going out for a walk with a group of your walking buddies, etc. So just reaching out personally one-to-one, whether you do WhatsApp or you do PM or whatever. And as long as you have your Karada with you, you just share, you measure, and it's so easy. And that's it, and if the person rejects you because the person is not keen to do something about their health, don't take it personally, because rejection is always at this point in time now. Remember I said our record book and take their stats for whatever, right? So if they reject you now, right, maybe 6 months later you connect again. I'm telling you, their results will get worse. Very, very few people go improve their percentage fat. That means the very, very, very few people cut down. It's always the other way. That means they gain more weight, they gain more V-fat, all these things. Right? Confirm, unless they make a very conscious effort. If not, it's always increase. Okay, and of course on social media, you need to create your own brand and presence so that you can attract people to you. Okay, which I won't talk about also here. Okay. Okay, so basically, right, like I said, when you meet with somebody is to share your short story and let's start measuring. So of course, you can share because you're on the program yourself, right? So how the very short line, you don't have to talk very, very long story because you will bore people out. So you can go a very short story to share, how the TR90 program has transformed you, and then what you like about the program, and maybe your clothes, you can wear your old clothes, or you can start buying new clothes. You can wear, for ladies with hip issues, you can imagine that it's very liberating when previously you always have to wear those A-line skirts because you want to hide your hips. Then suddenly you can wear pencil long skirts where it's like it's very slimming. So it's very liberating. Okay, so you can share all these stories and then you start to measure and it goes from there. Okay, yeah, 2 minute story, very short. Okay, then finally, sometimes when you have met with people and you have shared the business with these people, right? So funny, the cat. Okay, so you have shared with people about the business. Okay, sometimes people are still sitting on the fence, considering. So what can you do to push it to the next step? So you can follow up with an ABC. Basically, an ABC is a meeting where you link up your prospect to your upline and your mentor to have a meeting where you can clarify concerns, doubts, fear, whatever lah. So you can actually have this meeting. It's very useful to speak with somebody very experienced in the business, and very fortunate for all for new friends, right? I think most of your uplines and mentors are very experienced in this business and can easily share their experience with your prospects and help them to see more clearly, and so that they can have more confidence to join you in the business. Okay. Okay, so when you want to have a successful ABC, right, it's very important that you can do it prior to the meeting. Share useful and relevant info about the prospect to your upline mentor. What kind of useful and relevant info are we talking about? For example, you can say that this friend has good result on TR90, but he or she is concerned about whether he can do this as a business because he feels that the cost is high, something like that. So maybe he feels that he can afford it, but other people can't, something like that. So you need to share exactly what is the concern your prospect has so that your upline knows. And sometimes during the meeting, you have to be the one to bring up, or sometimes not. If it's possible, your upline can actually very smoothly bring it up during the meeting, okay? And it's very important for you to also make a proper introduction of your upline and mentor to your prospect. Sometimes when we even in a very casual kind of meeting, it may not be like a very formal that, oh, I have a meeting with my upline and I'm arranging for a meeting with my upline and your three of you sit down. It's like a very formal meeting. Sometimes it could be a very impromptu meeting. Maybe you met, maybe your prospect and you were at a New Skin office and your upline suddenly appeared. Then you are the bridge. So you do a quick introduction of your prospect to your upline. At the same time, you have to do a proper introduction of your upline to your prospect. Because if you don't, right, your prospect will be thinking, who is this person speaking to me? And why is she talking about this to me? It's like there's a lot of questions to your prospect. So you need to do a proper introduction. So maybe you may want to say, for example, if your upline has been in the business for a few years, has transformed very well with TR90, you can share all these things, useful things, okay, and keep it short and sweet. Okay, it shouldn't be a very long essay. Okay, it has to be short and sweet so that, because nowadays people have very short attention span, so you cannot go long. If you talk too long, right, people's attention drift. Okay, so all this, if you do right, will have a successful meeting, and that's what you want because you want to grow your organization. Okay, at the end, that's what we are looking at, growing our organization so that we can have more people in our network who are ambassadors or TR90, so we can spread the goodness to more and more people. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that was the end for the 3 topics that I want to talk about today, which is one of them was the habits, 7 daily habits, writing your proper name list, as well as, what's the last one? What's the last topic? Oh yeah, following meeting with ABC. See, very bad attention span. Then the follow our ABC. See, so these were my 3 topics for today. Okay, so in the last closing module 3, I will talk about common objections that you will face in TR90, closing tips, and follow up. Who is that? Afika saying support my friend. Okay. Okay, so hopefully today's module 2 is useful to you, and you find it helpful in your business. And also at the same time, I also hope that for new friends, that you will have more confidence in TR90, whether it's to start the program for yourself or to embark on it for business. So with that, I will close today's training, and I will see you next month for module 3. Okay, thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome.